So hello everybody. You might notice a bit of a camera difference at the moment. I've had to go back to using my DSLR as my phone. Really doesn't pick up artificial light very well. It only really properly works in daytime. So maybe if I manage to get myself a couple of lights with, proper bulbs in them, not incandescent ones. But anyway, besides the point, logos. So it's not just about logos I want to talk about today, it's also branding in general, because I came up with my own brand a while ago, and then I thought it didn't really say who I was, because my first idea was to come up with Applebee Jewelry. It kind of, it gives you my name, gives you what I do. But the thing is, I like to make other things. As you might have seen, I've made not so long ago some leather card holders. I also like to make things like leather masks. I've also made leather harnesses before. And so I want to be able to call myself much more of a designer rather than a maker, rather than a jeweler, because I don't want to limit myself just to jewelry. And so that's what I'm going to talk to you today about. Like, I'm coming up with the new names really for what I think I should call myself, and maybe some new logo ideas. And so I've been, for a long time, because my last name is Applebee, I've played around with the apple and a bee, which should flash up. Wait a sec. So hopefully you're seeing the original picture or logo I was using. Just an outline of an apple, and then geniusly I had cut out a picture of a bee in there, and I kind of liked it, but if I would change my whole name to something different, it almost seems not enough by itself. I wanted to include my name into that as well. And so I've been thinking of, rather than Applebee Jewelry or just Applebee that it is at the moment, of going for something like Marcus Applebee Design, something like that. Then that means I can keep on doing things that aren't 100% jewelry related but are still creative, and people won't think, why is he making this when he's got jewelry in the name? So first of all, is that a good name? I think it is. And so from that, I then made this logo, what I'm calling the MAD logo. However, a couple of people have said that it looks more like mod, and I kind of agreed. What I tried doing with this logo is I've made the apple not quite so clean cut. I've tried to match in with the typeface I use on my thumbnails for YouTube, actually, and tried to give it a bit more of a rough look, because a lot of my work is pretty rough. I know obviously the laser cut earrings I just made, the laser cutting is very precise itself, but the leather behind it was quite a rough way of working. I really like that way of working, so I thought the logo would match quite well if I did it that way. However, the apple in the middle, so you'd have M for Marcus, the Applebee, and then design. But yeah, a lot of people said the Applebee bit in the middle looked a bit like an O, and so it's spelled mod rather than mad. And I quite like the fact it should say mad, because I don't know, I like to think I'm a bit strange. And so what I did was, I flipped on the next picture, which should come up, I flipped the logo in the middle around and squished the letters a little bit, and so that the leaf goes off to the right to try and make it look more like an A. And so I think I managed it quite well. I don't think it looks quite like mod anymore and still spells out mad, but I didn't know if this one long linear, or it's not even that long, but the very linear logo might not be very good. I didn't know if I should maybe switch up, because I noticed quite a few people have sort of square logos, and so I went for the next one, which kind of deconstructed every component of the previous logos. And so you have the M, the apple, the B, and then the design, and then obviously you have the two letters at either diagonals, you have the two images at either diagonals. I thought that was quite pleasing to the eye, and so you just have MD for like Marcus Design, but then you've also got Marcus Appleby Design going on. Again, I don't know. I think I'm preferring the mod or the mad, probably the mad logo a bit better myself, because I don't like the way the B in the square one. All the others take up like a pretty good square, whereas the B is quite empty towards the bottom left hand corner, and it sort of fizzles away into nothing, I feel like. And so then I decided to maybe go back to something more like my original logo, and still have the apple, a very clean apple this time, because I wanted that to be the bold outline. I still have the B in there, but it's very small now, but I've managed to put the M and the D in there as well. So I don't know whether this sort of way of doing it is all inclusive, or if it just gets a bit messy, because now you're like, oh, there's an apple, there's a B, there's an M, there's a D, what's going on? Whereas before you had the M, apple, B, D, mad logo. They're the kind of ideas I've come up for now for that name. I can't think of a better name maybe that I'd want to call myself, like brand my jewelry under, or my work, my designs. Plus I like the fact that Marcus Appleby Design does spell out mad, and I kind of feel like that would be fun to play with. And so yes, advice really, just some advice. So let me know what you think about the different logo ideas, the different names, what you think was better, what works better, what's more catchy, which logo looks the best. I'm not a graphic designer, I'm just trying my best, but if you have any, any sort of, what's the word? Any comments, tips, tricks, advice, let me know in the comments below, or on Facebook, Twitter, any way you can get hold of me. Let me know, it'd be greatly appreciated, and I shall see you next time. Sparks out! What I ended up doing was just double-siding the leather. So now you have texture on both the front and the back, depending on how the leather textured itself, which is something I really like. Hopefully my camera picks this up better than my phone. It was like so bad. My phone couldn't focus, it was really dark. I need a new camera for this.